Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Just about an hour ago, as of the time I'm recording this anyway, the price of Bitcoin pumped massively, seemingly out of nowhere, jumping up to over $28,000. I'm going to share with you initial response from what I would refer to as a top shelf cryptocurrency technical analyst. Also, there was this headline from the Crypto Basic. Analyst, XRP set to rally 5,130% to $27 in imminent break above 6-year trend line. Now look, folks, as you know, I don't make price predictions. I never have and I never will. I'm not a chart analyst, but I'll say this at the outset. Stuff like this always seems impossible until it happens, and then everybody acts like, oh yeah, of course, it's obvious. It wasn't going to happen. What, are you crazy? But I'm here. I've been here for almost 6 years now. I know sentiment. It shifts on a dime. So anyway, we'll unpack some stuff here. Just a fun little quick Sunday evening video. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so here's the 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. Here you can see it's technically like a hair below $28,000 at the time that I'm recording this. But I will tell you, it rocketed quickly. In fact, so I put up this post after I saw that it had occurred. I shared a screen grab with Bitcoin over $28,000. And I wrote the following. Bitcoin just broke $28,000. Just a friendly reminder that frequently these moves happen fast. In roughly 30 minutes, Bitcoin went from a little over $27,000 to over $28,000. During long periods of consolidation, many lose confidence and feel things never get better, but that's not true. And so, and I'm not kidding, folks, on the chart, it literally went, and it was a little over 27,000 like I wrote here, so maybe it was closer to like an $850 increase, but again, that's in a span of 30 minutes. And so even if you're like me and you're way more interested about the price action of XRP, you need to care about this first because Bitcoin leads markets. If you care about the price action of XRP, even if you don't hold Bitcoin, you should be thrilled about Bitcoin jumping like this. And again, it always seems impossible until suddenly it actually occurs. And that'll be the same thing with XRP. Has it had a new all-time high in almost 6 years? January 4th, it'll be 6 years if we don't see a new all-time high before that. Seems impossible. It never, 6 years, that means that it's just never. See, this is how markets break people down, though. The amount of time doing a thing is not indicative that it's going to be worth way more or way less. It's just people speculating wildly. And frankly, XRP, I believe, would have hit a new all-time high in 2021 during the last bull market if the SEC hadn't been suing Ripple and as a result, effectively suing all of us XRP holders. But there was this perspective from chart analyst Credible Crypto, who, by the way, still believes that Bitcoin's going to hit a new all-time high this year. And he's about the only analyst I follow. I think he's actually literally the only analyst that I follow that thinks this is going to happen. So I hope he's right. I don't know if he is. I don't know if that's what's most probable. He thinks that's what's most probable. And so here's what he said after about 10 minutes after this big Bitcoin move here. He wrote, "Okay, real talk though. Why get so excited over this small pump on a Sunday? Well, because of this." And then he quoted himself from a previous post on X. "Every higher time frame impulse starts with a lower time frame impulse. Below, we have a clear lower time frame impulse. Is it the start of a much more significant move? We will know soon enough." And so that's the quote. He's quoting himself there from a previous post. And then he wrote the following. "Recall this statement from my recent post. We have been waiting to see if our first low time frame impulse was followed by another, as it could signal the start of our next multi-$1,000 move. The move we just saw is exactly what we were looking for. I know it's a Sunday, but if this holds over the next couple of days, the implications are significant." And again, I'll tell you this too. If I could just reiterate the degree to which this is crucial for us as XRP holders, because it's not even up for debate. XRP just follows Bitcoin. It does. It even did in 2021 when the SEC was attacking XRP holders by suing Ripple. But it's just that since XRP was under attack, there were fewer people that were willing to buy it. But directionally, it did what you would expect. There was correlation, absolutely. And it's just to prove the point further here. So this is a big move today. Like here's the Bitcoin chart. Here, I'll pull Bitcoin back up. Here you can see Bitcoin rocketed from, a little over $27,000 to over $28,000, like I said, in about a half hour. And XRP, here's the XRP 24-hour chart now, jumped at the exact same time. This is healthy. This is what you expect. And this is why I keep saying, if you are most concerned about the price action of XRP, if that is what is most important to you in the world of crypto, and it is for me personally, because XRP is my largest holding, you better be excited about stuff like this, because it's just further proof that XRP continues to do what it's been doing the entirety of the time that it's existed. And Bitcoin is going to rally to new all-time highs, I personally believe, at some unknown point in the future. Perhaps not the distant future. I mean, hell, Bitcoin bottomed November of last year. It's October now. It's the 1st of October. It's been almost a whole year. And that was the worst we saw almost a year ago. Yeah, I'll just say that I'm optimistic for the future. That's for damn sure. And then there's also this analyst, XRP set to rally 5,130% to $27 in imminent break above 6-year trend line. XRP could be gearing up for a massive 5,130% rally to $27, according to crypto analyst JD, who called attention to an imminent break above a persistent 6-year trend line. And here, I'll actually just go to the post that they're highlighting here. And here, I'll make the chart full screen too. So here's what Chart Analyst shared with his 30,600 followers. And this is just an XRP USD chart here. And actually, I mentioned this too. One of the reasons that I wanted to highlight this, even though I'm not going to, like I said, I never make my own price predictions. It's just interesting to track what analysts out there think is most likely and see who ends up getting it right. But I will note that recently there have been all sorts of people having various takes on, this multi-year trend lines for XRP being broken. And I mean, it's like the case is compelling in general. Not that everybody has exactly the same perspective on it, but I'm paying attention to this. And so here's what JD had to say. XRP, we are bouncing off 2-year trend line with hidden bullish divergence. If we confirmed breakout of the 6-year trend line, I expect a move. $24 plus possible top. Will you be the 5% who takes calculated profits, or the 95% who knows what they hold just to get wrecked again? And he's got the facepalm emoji. Yeah, and so look, I would love to see XRP top out at $24 for everybody that's willing to hold on that long. I won't be one of those people, since I don't know where it's going to top. I'm just going to get to the range of where I've been planning on taking profits, more or less, for most of the last half a decade or so. And I'm going to do that. And then if XRP blazes on past that, cool. I hope all of the rest of you make even more money than me. I don't care. As long as I get what I'm looking for, I just don't give a damn. I just want to capture those profits. But all too often, people get greedy in these moments. And they see XRP taking off. It feels like it's going to go forever. You don't want to be the idiot that sells too soon, because that's what it would feel like anyway. And so you just hold on, and then XRP hits the top, and you don't know it. And nobody knows for sure in the moment. And then it goes back on down, down, down. But then you really are going to feel like an idiot because you didn't take profit. So for me, I'm not going to feel like an idiot if I take profits and then XRP goes 4 times higher, because I'm going to be executing a plan, a rough plan, admittedly, that I've had in place for years on end. I'm just going to do that. And so if XRP goes to $24, I will be thrilled for all of you if it gets up there and you sell there. But even if it does, there will be people thinking, oh man, it's going to 50. I've seen this time and time again with every crypto. It's not just XRP. It's people holding Bitcoin and ETH, so on and so forth. I am not going to fall victim to myself, because it's people that do these things to themselves. And there are all sorts of stories. There's one that stands out in particular. In 2018, there's a guy in the XRP community. He was just being public, and just it's one of those instances where he was just humbled and said, basically, learn from my mistakes. Because I had, at the top of the bull market, $600,000 in profit. I only got out $100,000 though. Because that's what he said. And I'll never forget that. That's just one of those things that stood out to me. And that's just one example. I've seen many other examples along those lines. I'm not going to be that person though. So, you can say, oh, it's going to go higher. Maybe you're right. I hope you are. But for me, once there's sufficient life-changing wealth, I am just going to get the hell out of here. And then, since I know nothing goes up in a straight line forever, price is going to crater, and then I'll just start buying again. As people are panic selling, I'll just start buying their fear. do it all over again. Because even if I sell, just understand, it doesn't mean that I think that XRP is not long-term viable. It means that for me personally, just my unique situation, it makes sense for me to sell, to take that profit, and not have such a huge percentage of my net worth specifically in XRP at that particular moment in time. And I'm telling you, after waiting for this for almost 6 years at this point, when it finally happens, you better believe I'm going to move on that, because I don't want to wait another 5 years or whatever it takes for another all-time high to come after that. I'm just not going to do it. I will be moving on this, and I will not have regret. I'm telling you that with certainty. And this stuff's coming. So, folks, if you've been feeling down recently because there's been a lot of sideways price action, that's just what markets do to people. You're not bad or stupid. You're normal. I'm the weird one. I'm the weird one for not feeling like that. But that's because I'm able to just take the data. I just happen to be good at this in life in general. I look at the data, and then that makes me not feel the way that people are feeling. Like, that's just what's happening here. Lots of reason to be optimistic here. And this move on a Sunday, it's fun. Just enjoy it. And XRP, again, it directionally did the same thing. XRP got up to, well, it's at 52.5 cents right now. So certainly up. And that's because of Bitcoin. Good. Love to see it. When Bitcoin rockets, XRP ultimately will too. The whole market's going to follow. It moves in tandem. It's not rocket science, but sometimes people overcomplicate things, and sometimes people just feel down because we're humans and we do this to ourselves. So if you're ever feeling like that, even though I'm never going to offer you financial advice, you can come here and I can give you a little pep talk, because I'll tell you what, I am never fearful, and I'm always excited for the future. I just am, because that's what makes logical sense to me. Why would I be fearful when it makes logical sense, even in the midst of the bear market, even as low as prices were in November of last year? I was still excited. I was purchasing back then. I made videos where I was talking about what I was buying. So smile, everybody. It's a fun little Sunday video. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.